My name is Aiden, and I will be your chess instructor today. Now, chess is about the principles and your blunder prevention, because both of those things will initiate a much better game. You will play better than 50% of individuals just by knowing them, along with some training. Because if you were to master them, you will accomplish that. You will do better than the bottom 50, more often than not. That is my promise to you, along with the expectation that I will not be the first instructor that you'll meet along your journey as a beginner. I hope you enjoy this video, and I hope I'm helpful for you. Alright. Disclaimer. This is intended for audiences who know how to play chess, or have already, and are willing to improve further. The most important part of the board to attack is the center. If you were to take these 16 squares, you will gain an advantage. That's because if you're able to leave a piece there, you will give yourself time. You can do that indirectly by attacking here with the bishop, although they can move their pawns in the center, a principle, and that will actually hurt you. I don't particularly like this opening because I am kind of an aggressive player, but that is a common opening that you would encounter as you go up in level. Okay, I'm going to also show you a direct way. Move pawns in the center. Principle 1. Move knights in the center. Principle 2. Principle 3. Move the second pawn in the center. Principle 4. Move bishop after the knight. Okay. That is a good position. It is as though you were up a pawn. An opening I want you to know is the Scandinavian defense, because it is quite open, a great example of taking the center. Okay? Which, by the way, in this opening, probably the best move is not to take, but it is to move the knight. Hence why the blue arrow. And there's a good reason for that. The queen will be out in the open, and by the way, this is a configuration I want you to remember. Okay. There are 4 squares your opponent can use. Here, 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 or here. Basically, these 2 areas will be check type areas. Not bad. This area is the most common. Again, not bad. What if you were to move here instead? Okay. You can take, and it would be a gambited pawn. Okay. What if you were to take? And to move their queen around more so that you can provide some sort of attack. Let's just say you were tried to attack this area, trying to fork the king and the rook, trying to take the rook in the end, getting more material. Okay. They will move back, trying to defend. Okay. You use your principles. You moved in the center. You took them. They disobeyed principle number 5 now. They moved their queen a second time. They kind of disobeyed that opening more than you did. You can take. And then you move your queen here. The king, this spot is actually pretty decent, but it kind of puts the king on in a bad position. But it's kind of up to chance what type of move their king move to, especially at the lower levels. People are not 100% sure how to move their king, especially when it's attacked, and that's a problem on all the way up into the intermediate level. Okay, here, what is the best move? Think about that for a couple seconds. You had time to think about that. Basically, the answer is knight to here. You're going to take their queen. That is great. You take. The queen is dead. Great amount of material. And that is how to use the Scandinavian defense, a trap in the Scandinavian. Now I'm going to show you one last thing. What if you were to disobey opening principles? let's say. Okay. You move here, then you move here. This is called the Barnes opening. Now that is not exactly a great move because if you were to test it out, moving here and here, they are going to very easily keep their pawn, or they're able to keep their pawns, making you cramped. That is the point of taking the center, making them cramped, making you more able to develop, move your pieces out there than you can. Now, what if you were to flank? That's actually a bad idea, but I'm wanting to have you look and see why. If you had time to think about that, basically, you can move the queen here, and there's no way that could be defended, whether by bishop or by knight. You cannot fly away, and you cannot move down. The king is dead. And checkmate. All right. The last principle I'm going to teach you today is move your rooks on open files. Open files meaning doesn't have a pawn on the entire row, specifically a pawn and not a piece. You need to be first there to gain advantage. If you don't, you will have disadvantage. It's strongest to do that because you might miss out on opportunities such as taking the file. Now, what happens if they were to take, for example, for just this illustrative purposes? Okay, they are kind of forced to move their pieces around, or they have to deal with other attacks, such as this pawn storm right here, trying to storm this side to get a queen. That will be a issue in a couple moves. That rook move created a very strong backbone to your wall, your army. And now you know how to move your rooks to files adequately because you need to be first. Now you know how to use your principles adequately. The use of the center, being attacked and controlled. Very important. The use of your pawns. Knights coming after, bishops coming after them. And the rooks on its own file. These principles will help you be better than 50% of individuals, along with blunder prevention, which we did not go over this video, but we will in the future. The top 50% is where you belong now. Or at least, you will soon. As long as you follow these principles. With a little bit of training in the mix. Now, I've been Aiden, and I wish you good luck on your journey.